Hey everybody, Devin here with Fresh Pitchfork founder. I know I said today's video was going to be about audience and customer segments as well as Fresh Pitchfork, but I believe I'm going to save the audience and a deeper dive into customer segments for tomorrow. So today I actually had some interesting developments that I've discovered, and I want to touch base on those too. But before I get into that, let me ask you, do you know how bad the food industry is? Right now, we throw half of what we make away, charge customers 4 times what they actually cost, and farmers barely get paid enough to pay their bills. It's horrible. Besides that, most of us buy food from big farms thousands of miles away. Besides hurting smaller local farms, we're hurting the environment by adding 1,000 miles to each $20,000 truckload that farms only get paid $5,000 for. Meaning we're paying 4 times the cost and killing the environment even faster, and at what convenience? How convenient is a grocery store? Well, they waste 1 to 3% of inventory on a daily basis, every single day. They need to pay dozens of employees yearly salaries, and their rent and utility bills are higher than Mount Everest. Customers pay these extra expenses to drive there, walk a mile, wait in line for second-grade food. Where's the convenience? So basically, do yourself and the farmer, as well as the environment, a favor and buy as local as possible with freshpitchfork.com. We pool everybody's money together and buy like a grocery store. We buy all of your food within a couple hundred miles away from your home and then deliver it straight to your door. All without waste or lengthy travel, and at half the cost. Enjoy the benefits of purchasing like a grocery store without all of the expenses. Now that's a true convenience. So that is what I really wanted to share today. It is just how I explained it. Food retail prices are 4 times as high from the farm to the store. Grocery stores buy their food from the wholesaler at half the price that we pay so they can make some money. And half the price is, that's 100% markup, but they barely make 3%, in returns on average. And that could, that's because of all their expenses. Their utility bill to run the refrigerated section is tens of thousands of dollars a month. A small grocery store is at least $5,000 a month. These are heavy expenses that just get pushed onto the customer, and the customer carries on paying high prices without a complaint. We definitely want to offer a new option. You want to definitely check out freshpitchfork.com, and our app is coming soon. We will be in your neighborhood. We are starting off in New York and in Florida. So we actually also have plans to start, or not start, but as well as expand into Pennsylvania and Colorado actually very quickly. We are going to be like an Uber or an Instacart, so we can roll out quite fastly. Most of our employees will be 1099s, and we're just going to establish you guys, the customers in the area, and we're going to pool all of your money together and buy from the closest producer. This could be a network of farms, and most likely to start in a neighborhood, we're going to be buying from the closest wholesaler or meat cutters, because meats come from meat cutters or meat processing plants. They come to the plant alive, fresh from the farm. The animals come alive. They get inspected by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and then they are slaughtered, aged, and processed. So that's the thing with the meat, with the produce and the fruits. We're going to do our best to join with networks of farms so we can have it for a quick pickup. But chances are all these farms are already selling to the wholesaler down the street. So we're going to have bargaining power. With the more customers we have, we can bargain for a better price with the wholesaler and the farm as well. So that's how this is going to work. We will not have the 1 to 3 daily waste rates as the groceries do, as we will be pre-selling all of our food. We don't buy anything unless you tell us to. Our travel, as we said, will be within a couple 100 miles, and then we'll, deliver it to your door. We might deliver, each delivery route might be, we might drive 100 miles to get the food, 150, 250 miles to get the food, and then we have to go deliver another 250, 300 miles to your door. That is about 500 miles, and right now the national average for food traveled is about 1,500 miles. So we would be averaging we'd be cutting 2/3 of that right in half, or right out of the deal. So that's how I got the estimate of $1,000 per $20,000 truckload. Basically, I can go buy a whole truck of food for $10,000 at a grocery store, and that is worth $20,000 on average, if not more, when I stock and shelve it when you guys pay for it. So some interesting things that I also learned today. So I actually thought I was going to start a C corporation. If you watch the first video, you're going to see that we were going to be Fresh Pitchfork Incorporated, but instead, the reason why I was going to do that is because if you're going to take any venture capital investment, you're going to need to be a C corporation. They always pressure you to do so. Many just do from the onset. So there's actually a very rare known thing that is gaining popularity with startups, especially since founders can realize that they can make an extra $22 million per $100 million acquisition. So an extra 22% in their when they sell pieces of their company, if not their entire company. And basically this is something called a blocker entity. So VCs will not invest in an LLC because of the tax reasons. Most of their funds come from pension funds, and these things have very specific regulations where they can invest their money. So LLCs makes that so you can't invest VC money into LLCs. They actually have to invest into a corporation. So we actually create a what they call a block entity, which is a C corporation, and then the VC will transfer funds to the block entity. Then we can give the funds to the LLC. So we are not going to be a C corporation. We are going to be an LLC to start. That was the main thing I wanted to share with you guys today. Actually, I also learned something else interesting, and that is in my little area of about 3 towns, maybe 4 small towns, there's about 50,000 people, and there's only about maybe 6, 7 grocery stores, 8 grocery stores if you consider Walmart, and that sell food, that are like the big grocery stores, and they're averaging about $125 million a year just in our small town here, 50,000. And that's what you customers are paying right here at my area. That's what they're paying the stores. But if they were to buy directly from the farm, it'd be less than $35 million. So we're spending almost $100 million extra a year on food for no reason, because we haven't thought of a better way. Make sure you tune in for more for freshpitchfork.com. You guys have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow on audience and customer segments for a deeper dive. Thank you.